Hello, Satish. We're now recording.
Okay.
We're now recording.
Okay.
Thank you very much for agreeing to this. And as you know, the first question I have for you is, what is joy to you? What does joy mean to you, Satish?
Okay. So joy, first of all, joy is contentment.
Nice.
Joy is to say, all is well. I am well and all is well. And I have everything, gratitude, feeling that I have my body, I can breathe, I have my friends, I have a home, I have a land, I have trees around me, I can contentment. The joy disappears when we are not looking at what we have, but looking at what we don't have. So when you stop looking at what you don't have, but you start looking at what you do have, and you have so many wonderful gifts. You have a talent, you have imagination, you have love in your heart, you have courage in your heart, you can give, you can receive. So there's so much there, but we don't look at what we do have, and we look at what we don't have, and therefore we feel discontented. And discontentment brings unhappiness. So joy for me is a sense of contentment. And when you have a sense of contentment, you can celebrate what you have.
Yes.
And that's a joy, celebration of life, celebration of forests and trees and the sunshine and the rain and the flowers and cherry blossom in the spring and the fruit in the autumn and the snow in the winter. What do you think? Have you lost you? Oh, yeah.
The Zoom had a temporary freeze, but we're back now. Yes. So I think that's fantastic. I love the looking and appreciation of what we do have, and the being grateful for what we do have. And using that as the focus, and when we realize that, and when we appreciate that, then the joy is the joy is within, and and it's it's freely available all around us when we appreciate what we do have.
Exactly.
So my next question, you say, and it's kind of answered by your what you've said already, but it's how important is joy to you, Satish?
It is very important, because after all, what is the purpose of life? What is the meaning of life? The purpose and meaning of life is to have joy in your life. And so joy is the fundamental. Everything you do with love. And when you do with love, you have a joy. So I enjoy gardening, and I take joy and pleasure in gardening. I take joy and pleasure and contentment and satisfaction in cooking. I have a joy and pleasure in going for a nice walk. And I have a joy and pleasure in having conversation with you now on this Zoom. And so the purpose of life is to find joy in everything you do, because you do it with love. When you have a love in your heart, you love walking, you love cooking, you love gardening, you love talking to friends, you love writing a book, you love giving a talk to host bank. Whatever you do with love. And when you do with love, you find joy. And when you find joy, that's everything. So important. Joy is the purpose of life.
Joy is the purpose of life. That's so nice. It reminds me very much. You probably know this saying as well. It's a Zen saying. Before enlightenment, chopping wood and drawing water. After enlightenment, chopping wood and drawing water.
Absolutely. But before enlightenment, chopping wood and fetching water becomes a chore.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
why I have to go and chop wood? Why I have to go and fetch water? Why I have to do gardening? Why I have to do cooking? Why do I have to do it? That's the before enlightenment. After enlightenment, say, ah, wonderful. Now I can chop wood. Wonderful. Now I can go and fetch water. Now, wonderful. I can go do gardening. I can do cooking. I can go to bed to sleep. So everything becomes joy after enlightenment. Before
Yes.
enlightenment, everything is a chore. That's the difference. But the action is the same. Action is the same. There's no difference in action. It's just the attitude changes.
Yes. Yes. Um, and so, again, if I understand you so right, it's the joy comes from the inner appreciation. It's the inner appreciation of what we have.
Exactly.
So it's the inner connection. It's the inner awareness that
Yes.
changes.
Yes.
So we do the same things, but we do them with joy, as opposed to them being a chore.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Thank you. Well, I know you're an extremely busy man, Satish, and I know you're about to go off.
Yes,
and have
I have. Anyway, nice to meet you. Are you connected with Hoare Bank? But your name is same as the Hoare Bank.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. That's not a coincidence, Satish. It's my yes, it's a family connection. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So what? How are you? Are you related to Alexander?
Cousin. Yes.
Cousin.
Yes.
Very,
Yes.
very,
Yes.
very.
And my brother Edward. I think he had sort of conversations. He knew you when he was working at the bank, sort of before he retired.
Yes.
But people will love this.
Yeah, no, I have a good connection with Alexander, and he's a good supporter of Resurgence Trust, and he supports and he invites me to speak at Hoare Bank, and he's very good to me.
Yes, yes. In that talk, there's just one other thing that that particularly sort of sprang to my mind, was when you're talking about our relationship with nature, because joy affects that, and nature affects sort of our joy in a way, and the part of the new consciousness that you talked about of instead of having power over nature, is having power in nature. So it's building nature up. It's building up the natural world.
Exactly. Power within, power in nature, not power over nature.
Yes.
And not even power over people.
No.
Power is, there's a difference between empowerment and power over. So everybody has to be empowered.
Yes.
And that empowerment from within.
Yes.
But when you have power over other people, then you are dominating other people. And when you have power over nature, then you are dominating nature. Whereas when you have power in nature, then you say, the tree is very powerful. And see, if the tree is giving me fruit and the flowers and the wood, and it's so powerful. And the nature is very powerful. The ocean is powerful. The river is powerful. The water is powerful. Everything has power within. So that's empowered nature, power in nature. We don't have power over nature.
No.
We are nature. We are nature. Nature is not separate from us. We are nature.
Yes.
Yeah.
Satish is fantastic. It's been lovely having this chat.
Meet you.
Yes.
Lovely to meet you.
Yes.
And all the best.
Yes, lovely. Thank you, Satish. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye.